So AJ, the 3 drops, it's funny, like each individual one, you could sort of see it, especially the second one. That's a tough catch. But, like, if you just make one of them, it probably changes. And then I understood you didn't talk to the media for 3 weeks beforehand, but not talking to the media.
Longer than that, I think.
Not talking to the media afterwards.
I think it's been 6 weeks.
Not, like, a bad game to go out on.
Yeah.
And a bad taste to not you. It's one thing to not talk to the media when you have a good game.
Right.
When you have a bad game, Jalen, we'll criticize him for a lot of things. He goes out there and says, it was me, always answers the questions.
Yep.
And AJ did not. And this was, I know the stats say he was the leading receiver on the team this year, but you could look at the AJ stuff and say that all year long and say that is the metaphor for the Eagles season.
Yeah.
Is about me and accountability and all those sorts of things. And please, the AJ was right is not the point. We all knew the offense wasn't good.
Point, yes.
Yeah. We all knew the offense wasn't good. It was when you won't shut up about it.
Right.
And you're essentially pointing, but by saying it's not the coach, it's pointing your finger at somebody else. And the coaches let him get away with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
To that extent, I blame Nick for letting him get away with it, and I blame AJ for doing it.
And he also didn't show much heart yesterday out there.
Yeah.
He didn't leave it on the line.
No. I don't think the entire team.
Dude, they showed no heart yesterday.
No.
We talked about like the identity of being a champion and having the heart of a champion and the championship medal. They didn't show that yesterday.
You mean the team?
Yeah. They didn't show heart yesterday. I mean, the quarterback's not running when he could be running and helping his offense.
Yeah.
The receiver, no. I think everyone, okay, Devontae, yes. Saquon, yes. Offensive line gutted through some things.
And I thought, listen, I understand the point that you're making. I just don't want to impugn the entire team.
Right.
Because I thought the defense, even though it wasn't their best performance, they bucked up a few times there and gave the offense some opportunities.
They did. It's more age.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And Jalen not saying, you know what? Forget about what my mindset was coming into the season about protecting myself and not running as much. Yesterday was a game you got to lay it on the line. You got to say, you know what? I got to do whatever it takes for us to win the game. And you certainly would have liked to have seen him use his legs a lot more yesterday than what he did. But AJ certainly is the one that sort of embodies or symbolizes what you're saying. And the reason why he gets the most criticism because we all consider him an elite receiver. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not elite when you make routine catches and plays. You're elite when you do the other things that the average receivers can't do. That's what makes you elite. Hell, they can get anybody to catch a ball when you're wide open and everything. You're elite when you can go up in double coverage, make the tough catch, lay out and make a catch. When's the last time he laid out and made a catch or tried to make a catch?
Yeah, he doesn't leave his feet. He has not left his feet to catch a football in a while.
And yesterday was just what we saw throughout the year that a lot of people wanted to ignore. Right? Because we like AJ. We know how he's a fantastic wide receiver. But you can't tell me this guy was completely all in with this offense and fully invested. You can't sell us on this. And I would say this, AJ, I don't know what they're going to do this offseason, but for a guy who in such a short time built his legacy in this city to where he's beloved, man, you are doing a lot of damage to it this year. And it started, for me, even though we a lot of people wanted to brush it under the rug and chalk it up as he's being compared, started when he said the Super Bowl wasn't fulfilling to him. That's when it started to me.
Unless he's dominating.
Yeah. Right? We either want to put blinders on and ignore what he was really saying, that winning the Super Bowl didn't fulfill me. I'm about dominating my opponent and putting up numbers. That's the thrill and that's the joy I get out of playing this game. Not winning a Super Bowl. How is that not a red flag?
It is.
How is that not a red flag? And it played out all year. They were 8-2 They were 8-2, and there's one guy that's outwardly complaining. Which, by the way, you wear a C on your chest. You're supposed to be an example for the other guys in the building and in your locker room as teammates. Should we, hold him responsible for setting that message out there? I don't care what they felt behind the scenes. I've been in locker rooms. I've been on teams where guys are frustrated. You don't go to the media with it because it's divisive. So we somehow allowed this, Eagles allowed this, and it went on for weeks before somebody wanted to check it. And it was already too late. It was already too late. So let me say this about the whatever that was on the sideline about him getting off the field.
With Sirianni.
With Coach Sirianni. I'm going to tell you like this. That's on Coach Sirianni. That falls on him. I blame him for that. You know what type of player you're dealing with to aggressively in that moment after he's had a couple of drops and he's pissed off about it or what have you.
He looked pissed off right before that, too. I don't know if you saw the thing where they're trying to put the coat on him and he's pushing it off.
Yeah, he pushed it off of him. Yeah, so he's ticked off about that. You almost ignited that, I would say. You ignited that. There's a way that you can express the sense of urgency for him to get off the field versus running up on him like that. He has to stop to make sure he's protecting his manhood like he's not retreating from you. And now y'all got to be separated. That was initiated by Coach Sirianni. That was by him. He didn't control his emotions in that moment. And this is me looking at it from the outside. It wasn't as much about him getting off the field before they snapped the ball on the punt. He was frustrated those passes weren't caught.
And he let it. He turned it into that other thing. As soon as he had an opportunity to yell at him, he yelled at him. Yeah.
He turned it into that. And that's on national TV, man. You can't do that when all those cameras in the building and you know that's what's going to be replayed over and over and over again.
Because I think Brady said that Mailata was also close to being late getting off the field at the same time. And singled out AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so AJ, knowing him, he probably checked out from that moment on.
He looked like it. Yeah.
He checked out of the game. Dude, you just try to embarrass me out here? Like I'm some peewee? Really? You don't do that as a coach. You don't do that as a coach. You got to get in control of your emotions in those moments and be an example setter. You can't do that. And I love Nick as a coach. But in that moment, that's on him. That's not on AJ. That's not on AJ. Everything else, AJ, that's the only thing you get defended on by me today, buddy.